To wear a wig or not to wear a wig? That is the question, at least for Kenya Moore. Hey guys, I'm Joe Drake, and this is a really Real Housewives recap. So it looks as if Tanya really wants to hold that peach because she is starting to get dirtier than ever before. Now normally Miss Goody Two-Shoes, Tanya usually keeps herself out of the drama, as we all know. But on last night's episode, we found out she wasn't ashamed to call Kenya out for leaving a few things behind in Toronto, including a wig. Now Tanya tried to defend herself, saying she had to open the package since she was crossing the border, but what she didn't necessarily explain was why she had to call it out with the other ladies at the spa. So this whole thing is an issue because Kenya has for so long claimed that her hair is natural and she does not wear wigs. Well, clearly those are the days gone by because the editors over at Bravo had no problem freezing on Kenya and drawing not only a circle around her forehead, but also adding an arrow to make sure we all saw. I think the shadiest moment of the season so far has to go to whichever editor did that. Now in lighter news, I thought Eva's storyline in last night's episode was so heartwarming, and frankly, we rarely get to see things like this in a Housewives franchise anymore. Now she officially had her 5-year-old daughter's last name change, which was obviously such a moving moment for the entire family, especially Eva. Also, for what it's worth, I do have to say that Michael just skyrocketed to one of my new favorite house husbands of all time for what he did in this entire situation. He also just seems like the sweetest guy in the whole world. Now back in Portia and Dennis land, we saw the entire family sit down to hear Dennis out after his infidelities. Now it definitely seemed important for Portia to have him talk it out with her mom and sister about what he did not only to her, but the entire family. And not only that, Mama Gina was in the room, which at first I thought was going to make it extremely awkward, and it kind of was, but in the end, it seemed to be a really successful conversation for everybody involved. Also, I must say that this for me was the first time I saw Dennis seem genuinely remorseful for what he had done, and you could tell he was really trying to let everyone know he was going to do much better in the future. As for what's to come, well, it looks like Portia and Nene finally make up, Kenya's shocking divorce is announced, and apparently Cynthia is a tad concerned that her fiance Mike Hill lacks male friends. Apparently there's a lot of women in his life. Also, it seems as if Kandi and Todd hit a bit of a rough patch with some fighting on camera. And speaking of fighting, can we just fast forward to the Nene Kenya fight? That's what we're all dying to see. That's it for another really Real Housewives recap. Don't miss us next week, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.